Hey, how's it going? Checking in for today. I was actually out for a really nice walk in the snow and ice and frost earlier on, and I got my camera out to do my little daily check-in as I sometimes do from that walk, and one of my kids fell over and splat straight down into the mud and the ice and the gravel. So that was the end of my my opportunity to do the video. I'm getting a bit bored of kind of doing them here. But hey ho, there we go. And the kind of thing on my mind today has been something that popped up in another one of the groups that I'm in, one of the entrepreneur groups that I'm a member of. And somebody was talking about speaking and what she should have, if she should have a standard talk or a list of talks that she gives on a regular basis. She's a completely different sort of niche to me, but seems to be getting asked to go and speak at more and more events. I don't know if they're paid or free or what, but the point was she was asking for advice on what she should be doing. And it was interesting to kind of read some of the suggestions, which were very similar to many of the other suggestions that I've heard before. Yep, have 2 or 3 standard talks, and these become your sort of signature talks and messages. And then of course you can create bespoke custom content for clients as and when you need to. And you should have a 2-pager or a 1-pager sort of speaker sheet, which has all your core information and stuff about you and the talks that you give, and maybe some client testimonials. So everybody should have, and that's kind of a lot of the advice that she was getting from people, and it's great advice. And another websites that I go on, Speakers Corner, they very similar suggestions. Every speaker should have that, and I think I talked about that in a previous video about actually trying to create something like this myself, and this whole thing around I need to get some set talks, some stock. This is what I do. These are my signature talks. So I don't have to keep on reinventing the wheel and creating content from scratch each time and give a presentation. But it just hasn't worked out like that. And actually I've needed to create custom content. It's a bit less like that now because I'm doing more talks and I've got more things that I'm sort of, I'm taking a bit from this and a bit from there, and I'm blending them together and creating new talks, but it's still very much bespoke to the individual client. And what it made me think of is how people will have their way of doing it. There'll be the standard way of doing it, and this is how everybody should operate. And I've always sort of looked at that and thought, I'm not doing that, and feeling like I should do that. And maybe there's still an argument for me to have that sort of thing. My website needs to be updated a bit more, and I need more testimonials on there, and I get all of that. But at the same time, it's not the only way of doing it, and that's the thing that I've really sort of started to really hang on to, is that you don't have to do that. There are other ways and other approaches. I've been taking another approach. I'm not going to say that the approach I've been taking has been easy, and I'm not going to say that it could have been easier if only I had a speaker 1-page or 2-pager, one sheet. I can't remember what they're called now, but basically the information sheet. If only I had one of them, it would have been a lot easier. I don't think that is, strictly speaking, the case. But it was just that moment today when I was reading this thread, thinking to myself, and kind of really almost retreating into myself, thinking, these are people who are speaking regularly, and they must be getting paid a fortune, and they're really successful. They know what you need to do. Everyone's saying this. This is how everybody should be doing, and I'm not. Therefore, who am I to give advice? And then realize that actually, the way I'm operating and the way I'm going about things, it is still kind of working. In its own special way, and even if it could work better, it still doesn't mean that there's only one way of doing things. And the message that I took away from that is that I just need to keep on blazing my own trail, doing things the way that I'm doing things, and just keep moving forwards, and just don't worry about what other people are doing. I can be informed, I can be inspired, I can be nudged in the right direction by watching other people, observing what they're doing, but it doesn't mean that I have to do it in the same way that they're doing. So that was my thought of the day as we move into the new week, and a few big things hopefully again coming up this week. Just really exciting time at the moment. It's so many things that we're waiting to hear back from with the different areas that I'm operating in at the moment. So it's all good, and it's getting there. Anyway, there's my check-in for the day. I'll be back again with more tomorrow. Bye for now.